This is the corner of Yaks, right as you get off of the freeway, the Chevron Yaks. I'm going to let AI introduce the history of Dunsmuir.
Dunsmuir has evolved from a rugged railroad outpost into a scenic mountain destination, defined largely by its geography and its role in California's transportation history, the early era, and pusher routes. Before European settlement, the area was inhabited by the Okwanuchu tribe. In the mid-19th century, the region became part of the Siskiyou Trail, used by trappers and gold seekers traveling between California's Central Valley and the Pacific Northwest. The town itself was born from the railroad. In the 1880s, the Central Pacific Railroad pushed through the Sacramento River Canyon. The site was originally called Pusher, named for the extra locomotives required to push heavy freight trains up the steep grades towards Siskiyou Summit. The naming of the town. In 1886, a wealthy Canadian coal baron named Alexander Dunsmuir passed through the area. Enchanted by the landscape, he offered to donate a fountain to the town if they would rename it in his honor. The town agreed, and the Dunsmuir Fountain remains a landmark near the city park today. The Railroad Golden Age, 1900 to 1950. Dunsmuir officially incorporated in 1909. For the first half of the 20th century, it was the industrial hub of Siskiyou County. Division Point. It served as a major division point for the Southern Pacific Railroad, housing a massive roundhouse, turntable, and repair shops. Economy. At its peak, the town thrived as a quintessential railroad town, with a bustling downtown catering to thousands of railroad employees. Transition to tourism and the best water on earth, as diesel engines replaced steam, reducing the need for frequent stops and pusher engines. Dunsmuir's identity shifted toward its natural asset, glacial springs. The town began marketing its pure glacial spring water as the best water on earth. Outdoor recreation? The area became a premier destination for fly fishing on the Sacramento River and hiking at Castle Crag State Park and Mossbury Falls. Historic preservation. Today, Dunsmuir is recognized for its well-preserved historic commercial district, listed on the National Register of Historic Places. The downtown architecture maintains an early 20th century aesthetic, and the sound of train whistles still echoes through the canyon daily. Local highlight. Beyond its history, the town is known.
So as we can see, this is the downtown historic area. To my left is Hotel Dunsmuir, that big red building. I once got lost in it. I parked at the top by the theater, went a couple floors down, and then was overlooking the railroad station. When I tried to go, I should have gone up, but I went down and got lost. So this is the railroad to the left, and the old buildings to the right. This is like the old stretch where the railroad station and everything was. So people would on board and all the stores were here. This is one of my favorite buildings. It's an old hacienda. You can see it's an hacienda style. It's got trees and it's yellow. It's definitely an hacienda style home. I wonder how old it is. It's really antiquitous. This is the old fire department and sheriff station and the welcome center and the community garden. So now here we're about halfway through Dunsmuir heading north, and this is the old downtown historic that AI was talking about. There's a lot of restaurants, there's a lot of shops, knickknacks, there's art museums. I visited the second Saturday of every month. There's art museums that are open, and it's a whole art walk of downtown Dunsmuir. It was very neat. This is once again coming back to downtown and looping. So that's Hotel Dunsmuir again, the one I got lost in and had a little fright because it is haunted, and then they made a movie about it, so now I'm not even going in there because the movie scared me. No, the movie was pretty interesting and it parallels with my experience. So this is heading north. The railroad station is right here to the right by the vegetation. And I want to show you guys the underbelly of Dunsmuir. I wonder if anybody has ever really truly seen the underbelly of Dunsmuir. I told my wife it was the scenic route, and as you're about to see, it is just a bunch of forest driving and nice little rolling hills, and you get to see the topography of Dunsmuir, because a lot of these houses are built on hills, and it's truly unique because they're not Well, it's from the logging era, but they're also from the railroad era. So they're not logging cabins and they're not Victorians. They're just old classics that are there in Dunsmuir. So here we're approaching the where you drop off. If you take a left at this next coming yield sign, you go back to Main Street and the freeway is right there. But we're going to take a right and you're about to see a little tree here. We'll cross the railroad and walk. We'll be going along the Sacramento River. So there's this yield and then we take a right. I left this in cell phone style so you can see the canopy as it's passing us overhead. Just look at this beauty. So here we go over the train tracks. This leads to, as I just said, under the freeway. And this is the Sacramento River we're crossing now. And this would be the, I guess, west side of town on the west side of the river. And it goes to, from here you can descend south. And there's a bunch more residencies and houses. And then this is heading north back to the Yaks, and we will come out right by the Yaks where we started. So this is the Sacramento River on our left, and then the residences on the right. And as you can see, it's just a real slow road and it's mellow. Look at this house with its own staircase, and it's just on a hill. So there's a park down here. I'll show you the park here in a second. We're going to go uphill and then take a left and drop, and then you'll see the park. And the park is just like a river access park. It's not the park like the Dunsmuir one. That one also has river access, but it's a totally different park. This park down here doesn't have a jungle gym, botanical gardens, or anything. It's just a river access area park. So here you can take a right and it's some more residential. And then this sign right here is really interesting. It says watch for falling debris, because as you can see, the freeway and the railroad track are both above us right here. This is the underbelly of Dunsmuir. Look at the freeway. It just got redone a few years ago. You can see the original one versus the addition, and then the railroad tracks, railroad train. Bridge. So the river access was right there on the left, and we can just keep going up this way, and we're gonna loop around the whole neighborhood and come out at where we exited the freeway. And that'll be our tour of Dunsmuir, from the surface streets to downtown to the underbelly. Thank you for joining me, and enjoy this scenery as we head on out. Thank you. Bye.